SCR 1.7, yet another hotly anticipated update from the SCR dev team. From the sneak peeks, we could see that not only the signalling system was being overhauled, but some of the older stations were getting a fresh upgrade, as well as a few extra changes and meme-worthy additions. Here is my breakdown of SCR 1.7. Another SCR update has been and gone. 1.7 launched on the 29th of October and was the final update of 2020. It came with a revamp of the signalling system that we currently have in the game, a rebuild of some of the stations, as well as a rebrand on some parts and a few extra bits here and there. Now you may be wondering why it took me so long to do a review on this update, and that is because I did not want to do it straight away. I wanted to wait until some of the bugs had been fixed, so that means I could give a more straight, my one point of view, because there is quite a few bugs here and there. Arguably the biggest change in the 1.7 update was the all new, robust, super duper signalling system. Not only was the signalling system split over 4 different places, with all different signalling hubs, which look awesome. My favourite one is the Bewley Park one, that looks lovely. But they introduced CCTV cameras and loads more information for the signallers when they're signalling. The new interface is very sleek and intuitive, and I find it really cool. The CCTV cameras are quite handy, and it is a lot to work with. There is one negative thing about the signalling updates, and that is the points. You used to be able to get a lot more points on signalling, but since this update, you have a lot more area to work on, and a lot less points to be earned. When we look at the stations, there has been so much that has changed. 10 stations got a fresh rebuild, and that included Benton, Morgantown, Water-Newton, East Burley, and many more. Some of these look awesome. There's a couple of mistakes here and there, but you can never have something 100%. You've always got to have that 99.9%-ness. There are some places that had a positive upgrade as well as having a negative upgrade at the same time. For example, Hampton Hargate used to have a lot more scenery than it does now, but it looks better in the way. The station looks better, but the scenery around it looks bad, look more worse. So it's like a 50-50, and it would be awesome if Benton was bi-directional, but sadly, it's not. We also saw the longer-awaited addition of Upper Stapler, whatever you want to call it, and 3 new depots, including Hampton Hargate, Benton and Burley, and Morgantown became the first ever station to have all 4 operators stop there, and that's why it's a cool station now. Some changes have been made in the train department, with overhead wires releasing the Electro Stars and the new IET, so the Electro Stars are the 377, the 379 and the 387, as well as the 801, and they are all new Gen V3, and they are a massive jump above the rest of the fleet. They just look awesome. There's the higher detail, they run better, I love them. They're awesome to drive, as well as Express and Airlink, both having rebrands, and I like both their rebrands. It looks more modern, it looks more better. And as well, with the 801, it came with the awesome air conditioning system, which means you'll never get warm when driving the train. Now sadly, with every positive thing, there's a negative thing. In 1.7, there's some good quality memes, you could say. For example, the 7 degree slope we have on the Benton Golden Bridge roller coaster thing. I think that's what we called it on the streams. But there's also the lovely piano in the lounge, which includes Crazy Frog, and for any streamers, quite a few copyrighted songs, so be careful of that. And then also the aircon, which the aircon system on the 801, we saw it in the 802, and I'm so glad it stayed on the 801 because now you don't get cold when driving an express train. I should also mention they added promo codes. It's a cool little feature, and there's already been a couple of promo codes that they've released so far, which have been given some point discounts on routes and trains, and they've been overall pretty good. But we're still waiting for that awesome code of #GoneSquid to 2.5k, or even just GoneSquid, I don't mind. But anyway, thank you for watching my SCR 1.7 review. Subscribe if you're new around here, leave a like, and hashtag Golden Squid to 2.5k. So as I was finishing off my 1.7 review video, 1.7.1 came out, and it involved quite a few things. One of the main things it included was passenger information displays on board the trains, which is awesome in my opinion. It is just, there's a couple of bugs here and there, but it is brilliant, and it's just brilliant. I'm amazed at it. Another thing they added was calling out announcements when you're on board the train. They are a little bit annoying, but I think there is a way you can turn the announcements down, which is brilliant, and I'm glad they've included that. They've also added a new depot at Willowfield, which has just improved the amount of spawning capabilities of places, and it makes doing a Willowfield to Lynn by the Sea route a lot more easier to do than driving all the way from Stepford Depot to Willowfield, and it's a little bit less complicated. They've also upgraded the Airport Parkway Depot, and it looks brilliant. The Whitney Green Depot also looks good, and Greenslade has had a massive upgrade, and it just looks amazing. Tramlink though is an interesting topic in this scenario, because Tramlink platforms have been rebuilt at Greenslade, which begs to differ. Could we be seeing Tramlink appear in the future of Stepford County Railway, which is something to think about, which could be the next possible big way of Stepford County Railway to go. As mentioned, they don't want to keep on expanding the map and keep on going out, but doing a simple tramlink route from places that are already in the map could be a way they could make more routes and have more content on the map. In 1.7.1, there's been a couple of train sound noises. For example, the 377, the 387, and the 379 have all got new horns, and they sound kind of nice, but I've been told they're not realistic. And the 485 also has a new horn, and again I've told that's not realistic. But the 332 and the 333 have new door noise opening sounds, and I've been told they're realistic. I'm not sure, but they all sound kind of cool. I'm actually a big fan of the Electro Star horns, which is kind of cool. As well as changing of the Training 2.0 system, which sadly I do not know a lot about, so I don't want to say stuff that is going to be false news, so I'm just going to ignore that bit. But as I just mentioned, it really does make to think, where can Stepford County Railway go next? Now, we all know that there's the Waterline extension that there's people being rumoured about, where it's going towards past James Street and on towards other places. So that is one place they can upgrade. But my honest opinion on Stepford County Railway is the only place they can upgrade is optimization and beautifying. Making the area look more and more beautiful and making it more optimized so we can get higher FPS and then maybe, in the long run, get longer trains, which would be awesome because now we've got stations that can have longer trains. Making the trains more detailed and maybe even making the servers bigger, because it's more, if it gets more optimized, then more people will be able to play, and it will just be awesome. Think of all the spadding that could happen on SCR streams. But anyway, this time is the real finishing. Hopefully 1.7.2 doesn't come out as I'm writing this bit. And thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to. If you're above 13, join the Discord server. And thanks all for watching properly, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye bye.